Welcome to the video. This is a work in progress, do-it-yourself project, assembling and decorating a miniature room box kit for display. The main kit is made from wood and MDF pieces. The approximately 11 by 10 inch size will work for a spice shop that I can place on a shelf in between cooking, spice, and herb books. So I will be decorating with a spice color scheme and my inspiration 2004 calendar art page from the Longaberger Basket company. Materials and supplies are shown and listed in the description box below the video. The Emporium kit was the project for a 2023 Society of American Miniatures event. Some of the committee members from the Little Bits Club decorated their kits with ideas like a bakery, a carnival game, a winter theme, a teddy bear toy shop, a summer house porch, and a flamingo collection display. You could assemble the kit first, you're putting all the pieces together, and then decorate it. But sometimes for me, it's easier to decorate the pieces individually and then assemble, which is exactly what I did because I already had an idea of my shop theme. There are other parts to the Emporium kit that I may use at a later date for another project, including the side bay window, a side door, a front counter, decorative sign plaque pieces, filigree corner trims, and shelves. The four main pieces fit together in grooves. You just add glue and press. It's similar to other Dollhouse miniature kits. Then you add the floor and the ceiling, or the roof. I didn't add the side bay window in the side door, and the side door that came with the kit actually opens. It's a split door and it opens in half because I wanted to use mine on the shelf, and I'm going to place cooking books or spice books on either side. So my sides are completely closed. I did add the decorations on there from the calendar. So my side pieces are not going to be visible in my display. I used Dollhouse wallpaper from MiniGraphics for the interior. I have had this for quite a while. It has tiny ABC samplers, houses, birds, baskets, and floral designs on a cream background with rust, orange, cranberry, and olive colors. It is very spicy. The sheets come in 11.5 by 18 inches. This design is called Mini Sampler in Rust number 104D23. I used crafts scrapbook paper for the floor, the ceiling, the roof, and the back of the kit. You could also make a shop from cardboard, boxes, wood, or other materials. And there are several room boxes available online from various stores that may also be used as a shop, including one that looks like a shed, a pavilion, a general room box, or a book nook. To decorate the shop sign, I do use the large corner curved rectangle shape that came with the kit. At first, I painted it brown with a blue inside, and then I used craft foam letters from the craft store, painted a cream color, and then I added some flowers and greenery on the sides with the name Herbs and Spices for the shop. But I was not sure about the name or the font style. So I made a new name, Spices, Flavorings, and Seasonings, and then I glued it to the back side of the sign plaque. Next, with a pencil, I marked and then hand drilled those marks 4 holes on the sign plaque. After I decide where I want to place the sign on the front, I use the plaque holes to mark on the front piece and then drill those holes. I have the front piece upside down on purpose. This is to show you how I attach the sign plaque, and this view just seems to fit better in the camera so that I can actually reach it. Next, I place the pins through the holes with the flat side of the sewing pin on the front of the sign, slide it through the top of the exterior. Use your thumb to hold on to the flat sewing pin so it doesn't fall out as you flip it over, like I just did. And then use the back of an earring to go ahead and to secure the pin. It just slides right on, and once you get that one on, press it to where you need it so the sign is firmly attached and doesn't jiggle. Then go ahead and do the other 3 pins. You could also just glue your sign onto the front of your store, but this method gives me the chance to change my shop name. Then use wire cutters to trim the pin lengths. And I also use a brown permanent marker to color the flat top of the pins on the front of the sign. I use craft stickers painted with cream and then brown paints, and then I add red and green permanent markers to add some little details to the decorations on the top and the bottom of the sign name. Next, I make the furniture centerpiece for my shop, a 5-shelf unit. I use the 2 large shelf MDF pieces that came with the kit for the vertical side ends, and then I add wood shelf pieces and other trim. It measures approximately 7 by 5 3/4 with a 1-inch deep shelves. For the shelf top, I use 2 laser cut pieces that I purchased some time ago. Then I fill the shelves with spices and flavors, salt and peppers, shelves and racks. I have tried so many ways to make different spice containers. I have finally found a new way that I will show in an upcoming video. Of course, I have some smaller scale spice racks. The quarter scale 1/48 is a picture glued to cardstock, and the half 1/24 scale was originally plastic bookcases that I purchased and painted. Next, I cut out 2 of the topiary trees from the calendar. I glue it to cardstock because I want to make a raised dimensional tree that'll fit on the front of the shop. Then I mix 2 shades of green, one lighter, one darker, using acrylic paint in a container, and then I mix in artificial snow. And then I'm using a stir stick to get the green paint all over each of the little bits of the artificial snow. Once I feel like I've got them all mixed well, then I let it dry overnight. When the glue is dry on the cardstock from the paper topiary trees, I'm able to trim the edges with scissors and then use a craft knife to cut out the inside openings. To apply the green artificial snow, I generously add slanted glue strips to the trees, as shown. Then I sprinkle and press the darker greenery first. I shake off any excess bits. Then I apply some more glue in between the dark green stripes, and I sprinkle and press the lighter greenery and shake off excess. To finish the trees, I paint the center rods a dark gray, and then I use a green and dark yellow permanent marker to color the outside edges of the tree and basket. This is a work in progress. In the future, I want to add a sales table, and I have had this kit from Adelaide Miniatures by Design for a letterbox for a long time, and I think that will go great in this shop once I get a little counter. Included are lots of letters and stationery and postcards, plus there are 2 scissors. I glued the 3 similar pieces together by stacking them on top of each other. Then I glued that to the base, and then I added the letter back sign, and then I painted it a cinnamon brown. And then I added lots of the little accessories. For the side door piece, I glued a lamp piece from the calendar to several pieces of cardstock. Then I cut it out when it was dry. I colored the edges with black permanent marker, and then I glued above the door. I did the same process for the door hanging ivy basket wreath and the door handles. I just trimmed the edges in green, dark, yellow, and gold. I decided to change the cream-colored ceiling to this tile-looking craft paper. Besides adding a future sales counter, I need to think about adding lighting and a plexiglass or glass front panel. Well, I hope you like this work-in-progress video, decorating a bookshelf spice shop from a kit. Thank you so much for watching and sharing.